your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, a relatively quiet night across central Illinois with temperatures that, they haven't moved hardly at all the entire day. We've been in the low and mid-40s pretty much all day long, and we have seen quite a bit of cloud cover around throughout the course of the day today. Actually, the last several days, those clouds have been around, and more cloud cover is expected tomorrow. Going to be an interesting Thursday as far as the weather goes. In the morning, quiet conditions, but we actually think that by the afternoon and around the evening commute, we may be dealing with thunderstorms with highs back near 60. There is a severe weather threat with those. We'll show you that coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
And changes are coming because of it. The major announcements made tonight amid the spread of coronavirus.
Plus, a teenager was arrested for holding a girl captive. What else police say he did to her for 3 days.
I dealt with racism all my life, and I stayed quiet.
So now he's not. Why dozens of students were protesting hate speech at EIU.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Not exactly. That only applies to foreign nationals, not American citizens. Though people returning home will be screened. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. This European travel ban goes into effect Friday at midnight. It's the latest development as coronavirus continues to spread through the U.S. The UK will not be impacted by these restrictions. The president also later clarified what he called a trade ban during his address. This will only stop people, not goods. The president also added the restrictions may be adjusted as conditions change. Governor Pritzker announced 6 more confirmed cases in Illinois today, bringing the state's total to 25. He's concerned the cases are not all travel related. One of the new cases is in Lake County. The others are in Cook County. The Department of Public Health says there are more than 70 potential cases under investigation.
In central Illinois, the University of Illinois is the latest to make a decision about what to do as coronavirus cases grow. It announced classes at all 3 campuses will start moving online immediately. All classes will be online after spring break. Students can stay home or in residence halls on campus. The campus will remain open, and faculty and staff will be working. All events with more than 50 people will be canceled starting Friday. This comes as facilities and service employees are working mandatory overtime to clean. The union's not happy about it. It says it's understaffed by 100 workers because of hiring freezes several years ago and slow approval for new hires. One worker told us they're going over things most people most often touch, including handrails and doorknobs. They don't feel like they're prepared to handle the situation.
There's no training, so they like, oh, we coming in, we wiping stuff down. So, and yeah, there's no training behind that. So we don't even know if we doing the right thing, but I guess they feel it's something better than nothing.
Facilities and Services responded to the union, saying workers have gotten direction and additional guidance on how to help reduce exposure to viruses.
Parkland College in Champaign is also moving most of its classes online. This will happen when students come back from spring break on March 23rd, and it's supposed to stop on April 3rd. Some lab classes are still going to meet in person. Parkland wanted to restrict any face-to-face meetings on campus to 24 or fewer people. They may consider extending the suspension of classes if things get worse. And Illinois State University announced it will be extending spring break for an extra week. Classes will then be moved online until at least mid-April. All events with more than 50 people have also been canceled. And new tonight, Urbana School District sent a notice to parents saying it is monitoring the spread of coronavirus. It says if the Department of Public Health recommends closing, Urbana schools will do so. The district is not approved for online learning right now, but if schools do close, the district says it will provide educational activities and resources. If you are planning to go to the Big Ten or NCAA tournament, you are out of luck.
That's right. The coronavirus is changing the sports landscape as we speak. Fans are banned in Indianapolis starting tomorrow for the Big Ten tournament. The NCAA Lands tournament will not have fans either. And he doesn't usually join us this early in the newscast, but we have him right here, right now. Brett Behrens. The NBA has now joined the mix, even more serious Yes. And what's happening at the NCAA level?
I feel like I've been updating Twitter constantly today, and that's really been the case. There's been so much going on. Even 8 hours ago, the landscape was shifted. The NBA postponed its season after Utah center Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID-19 tonight. Statements flying all over the place, from the NBA to the Big Ten. To the NCAA coming out with a statement earlier today. No Illini sporting events open to the public the rest of the spring semester as well. It's leaving a lot of people like Tim Brosnick really conflicted. He's been planning to go to the NCAA tournament in Indianapolis since Christmas, when he bought tickets for his family to attend the NCAA regional there in a couple of weeks. He's been promised a refund for the tickets and says it's a concern, but he's still disappointed that he won't be able to attend the event, something he's been looking forward to for months.
It was frustrating. I mean, I'm not a doctor or medical person of any kind, so take that side out of it. I understand people are suffering, but we've been looking forward to this as a family for a really long time. And just as a parent of student athletes themselves, I'm thinking of parents of some of those seniors or kids maybe in their last year, their last opportunity. They got the chance to go to the big dance.
The NCAA has discussed moving sites from places like Lucas Oil Stadium, where the NCAA regional was, to smaller venues. That's if we even get to that point. Because right now the NBA is suspended for the time being indefinitely. I would assume the NCAA is going to follow suit.
And you made a point on Twitter earlier. You have an NBA player who's tested positive for coronavirus. You almost have to assume that in all the contact that's happened, that there is an NCAA player out there.
You would have to assume, and it's a safe assumption, that one of those players out there, out of the hundreds, would be positive at this point, or could get positive.
Something to keep an eye on. And Nebraska's coach, was off
Brett
Hoiberg
tonight, not looking well on the sideline.
A lot of changes happening very quickly here as this develops. Brett, thank you so much.
Well, events across the state have been canceled because of coronavirus. Concerns even the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Chicago. Parades in central Illinois haven't been canceled yet, but officials say they are taking precautions. The shortest St. Patrick's Day Parade in Urbana is still planned next Tuesday. Parades in Springfield, Decatur, Bloomington, they're still scheduled to happen as well. New tonight, Eastern Illinois University's campus was filled with students marching in protest to denounce hate speech.
This was in response to racist flyers that were found posted around campus last month. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is live in our newsroom. So Jennifer, at this point, do police know who was behind that?
Jessica, officials have not determined who did it. But that's exactly why those at this peaceful protest wanted to make sure people understood that this would not be tolerated on EIU's campus.
Through the streets around the Eastern Illinois University campus, people showed up and spoke up to protest.
Overthrow racism, and we do not welcome this on our campus.
Students, EIU staff, and people who live around the college joined together, unified against items of hate and racism that were found around campus.
There was these flyers placed on campus basically saying white power gets some, and with the swastika in the middle, and basically just promoting white supremacy. Somebody posted on campus Black LIES, Black Lives Matter, and basically saying like F Black History Month.
What happened was painful for many people like Diana Argueta.
It was hurtful, but at the same time it gave me drive. It gave me a motivation to keep fighting, to basically show that our presence belongs here on campus.
It fueled passion within Marcus Powell to create change at the university.
I would like to implement, along with other leaders, implement different policies, safe zones, different trainings for like the different teachers, so the teachers will feel safe. I was researching diversity training as well, will help these students and these teachers learn different things on campus and learn how to cope with different issues if this is approached with us again.
As they marched around EIU, these people used their voices to make their message clear.
I hope that people are aware that this is going on campus and that us as students are not going to tolerate it.
There will be another march happening for anybody who wants to join. That one will be a walk through the city of Charleston. A date has not been set yet, but it will be after spring break. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. EIU's president made a statement addressing this protest today. It reads in part, quote, "As an institution, EIU continues to intensely denounce and condemn any materials or actions rooted in racism or polluted by prejudice. I am proud of each of you for exercising your rights and for your actionable commitments to equity and justice."
A man in Champaign is facing several felony charges for holding a 13-year-old girl captive for days. 18-year-old Roberto Nicholas Simone is charged with predatory criminal sexual assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, and criminal sexual abuse. The girl is from Seymour, Indiana. It happened in a home near East Church and 3rd Streets in Champaign. Nicholas Simone is accused of keeping her in a room for 3 days last week. Police say he sexually assaulted her and threatened her with a knife. New at 10, police are investigating after another U of I student reported a person playing a pornographic video outside their apartment. Happened at Orchard Downs. That's the same place a student there reported this happening last month. The person told police a person walked up to their bedroom, pressed a cell phone against the window, and started playing that pornographic video.
The city of Danville is preparing to tear down an old building near downtown. It's at the intersection of West Harrison and North Oak Streets. The building is being torn down because it's dangerous and deteriorating. They expect the contractor to start working on the teardown next month.